times, but he called me the GOAT every single time, so.
Oh my god. Okay, other side of winter semis, this will determine who's going up against Mutates and Zen. Already starting off, no time to laugh that one out. Got to talk about it, Chase and Lima, of course. According to Last, a very new team that has been formed, but they actually got 4th at SmashCon, so they're having some pretty good results, and honestly, them as a team can only get better from that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right. I feel like the combo potential with these two characters of Bayonetta and Palutena is probably going to go pretty crazy. That Nair's really easy to combo off of from Palutena, and Bayonetta just having that mobility is going to be able to get a lot of saves of their partner. I think they might struggle with like trying to seal out stocks. Oh no! Not unless it's your teammate though. Able to find that back air on Lima. Definitely a very unfortunate way to start this game.
I don't know. Lima going to be able to fire it right back, though, with a KO on the opponent this time, though. I'm interested to see how this one's going to go, because I feel like Chase and Lima, they want to do so much damage off of each other, but it's so hard to when Snake Grenade is always messing up the initiation.
Yeah.
And with these two characters being, you know, somewhat on the lighter scale, that's actually going to be pretty big here. Seems like both players and both teams right now very, very even. And it looks like Anthony and Rob, they're chilling right now. They're like, you know what, we're taking damage, but we know how to separate these two players. Well, Chase and Lima gonna start getting things set up here, and you can kind of see what their game plan is high in the sky.
Yeah, I know that most Bayonettas really don't like the Snake matchup, but it seems like Lima's definitely holding his own, doing a pretty good job. But there's another team kill there. Chase gonna find the up air on Lima, but gonna find the back air there on Rob. And yeah, pretty commanding lead here. Still has the extra stock on Palutena, so if they're able to hold on to that, could be a pretty quick game. But it seems like Anthony's doing a really good job of just kind of getting a lot of this extra damage, finds the up air and trying to keep Lima at the ledge, but again, with that ABK, it's just going to be really hard to keep Bayonetta in disadvantage.
Absolutely. Green team so far now down on last stocks. I saw them both kind of turning their focus to Lima, at least for the second, right? Because you want to at least have the share stock. The climb hazard not going to be enough here. So now Chase and Lima both in the reds right now. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for one of them to lose the stock, especially because green team pretty high in the sky, but Chase going to be able to respond extremely well. Going for the up air here, but great landing back air coming in from Anthony, and let's see what they got for us here right now in the team combo portion. Still though,
tries to read the roll there with the up smash, but pulls the trigger a little bit too early. But this is a really scary situation, this Cloud, and yeah, just able to use that drop through Nair. Oh, he lived?
Not for long.
Not against the bullets though, yeah.
For a second.
That was a little anticlimactic.
I think Chase is like, all right, I messed up there. My fault. Lima's like not impressed. I had a nice little conversation with Chase at SmashCon, first time ever talking with him. Really sweet guy.
Really?
I was like, oh wow, really nice. I like when like top players are like very approachable, because sometimes they're not, you know what I mean? Like, I as a caster want to get to know everybody that I get to cast, but like sometimes it's like, I don't want to walk up to you while you're in the game. Chase, so extremely nice. I actually really like this team of Palutena and Bayonetta because they're so aerial, but the problem is, we saw in game one, that aerial potential could go so wrong 100 different times, as we saw Lima KO Chase and Chase KO Lima a couple too many times.
Yeah, I think a strategy that a lot of doubles teams implement is having like one person in the sky, one person on the ground, and so you're covering the recovery, like the landings of a lot of people, while the other person's trying to keep like a lot of just kind of like chaos going on in the skies. But when you're both choosing to use a lot of those aerials, it's very easy to hit your teammate.
Yeah, and I think they both realize that, and that is why we're seeing Chase for the first time on the Aegis here. So now we're going to get a little bit more of that ground covering here, as Lima going to be a little bit more comfortable on the other side of the stage here. I'm going to be watching Chase's Pyra Mythra for this one, because I think Pyra and Mythra in teams especially, they can be a liability. They're not that great off stage, especially if they're launched there. So we'll see how green team's going to be able to respond here, but so far so good, of course, from both teams. We're always seeing this very even start, and then one explosive thing happens, and then it just kind of falls apart from there. There's the back air, and that's going to be first stock. Great by Anthony, the double dip. Great start from green team to come right back.
You're definitely right about Pyra Mythra being a liability. If you just get like one jump read on them off stage, it's really easy to take those stocks, but I also think that like Mythra dash attack in itself makes up for it. Just being able to run across the stage and interrupt what's going on. Short hop Nair is going to be really good for doing the same thing in an aerial version. Just being able to be really fast on Mythra can make it really like beneficial when your teammates in a lot of these scrambles couple situations that we've been seeing.
All right, still green team holding on to stocks really well. And now Snake finally going to be able to do what Snake does best, and that's hold stocks, right? Snake a little bit heavier here, and you can tell that's what Rob's plan is. Like, let me just run away. I'll let the Cloud do what I need to. But beautiful pass off into the back air by green team. Up air, though, from Pyra is definitely going to send it. And now it is Lima who's trying to chase here, but honestly not going to be able to find much else. Green team definitely in control right now.
Yeah, the lower speed on Mythra makes it a lot easier to catch her off stage in a lot of those situations like we saw with that back air. But she does make up for it in her kill power as well. But with Snake being like a really heavy character, it's going to be pretty hard to like steal some cheesy early stocks. But yeah, speaking of early stocks, they're able to use the up B off stage to hit Cloud, but able to just fire immediately back with that back air. And green team's still up a stock right now.
Up a huge percent for sure. I mean, there's so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's really scary when you're playing on the platform out there, though, against Bayonetta. Like, she could very easily make this an even game if you're not careful. Lima definitely knows. Oh, no!
Where are you going? Bestie, please. Oops.
That's definitely an oops moment.
Yeah, that's definitely a, well, you got it. Still, though, Chase on the Aegis, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. Very welcome to see it. Going for the raw F smash, not going to be able to find anything though. So now we just have to be a little bit careful, right? I mean, Pyra Mythra, especially Pyra, she's very, very strong, just like that. She has a little bit of rage, and Chase just missing the ledge. Oops, I don't know. Sometimes you just kind of miss the ledge. I don't know. Magnet hands are fake.
I'm open to the change. I think that Mythra makes a lot of sense in that matchup. It just was very unfortunate. Like, it didn't even feel like it was a Pyra Mythra issue. It's like Chase would get thrown off stage, Snake is there, back airs you. Like,
yeah, fantastic.
I don't think it would have mattered. If he was Palutena, he probably would have had the same issue. It was just very unfortunate in a lot of those situations. But he's going to end up switching back to Palutena anyway. I think he should go back to Pyra Mythra because I think they're cool.
Well, too bad. Palutena. Palutena definitely, like, you have the tier list, of course, of characters in, like, singles, but then you have the tier list of characters in doubles, too. Palutena high, I think, in both tier lists. Going back to Town and City, though, so we'll see if we'll have a, like we said earlier, we can do it better, do it differently. We're going to do it differently and hopefully better, too. So we'll see how this one's going to go. Already starting off really much better for Chase. And Lima, too, getting a couple of those witch twists up, trying to find some good news to go with it.
I do think Palutena makes a lot of sense to go back to, just because you have like that edge guard capability that you don't have with Pyra Mythra. They're a lot faster on stage and they're much better at like covering the ground. But if you're just able to use that nair, like here, if he was right with the back air read on the jump, then like Cloud would have just died. So you have to be really careful on how you're recovering against Palutena, but really careful against how you're recovering. Oh, did he save?
The save, but it doesn't really technically matter because Anthony died too. So sure. Regardless, though, it's Chase now being the stock tank on Palutena, as Chase is not even just now breaching 60% here, and now Green Team once again holding center stage extremely well, and I think that's what's been doing really well for them. But that's what happens when you go and try and tempt Palutena on the ledge, using the Cypher to just get on out of there. And I love how Anthony ran over and was like, I don't like what's going on over here. Let me just try and break it up a little bit.
I wouldn't either if I just saw that. All right, but trying to catch the jump there again with the back air. I think that Anthony's doing a really good job of using his air dodge to recover, though, not getting caught with a lot of that. But Chase getting caught with that up smash, and honestly, pretty even game so far. Chase doing a really good job of stock tanking, so it's 0% right now. But Lima trying to go for this combo, not able to find it.
Great coverage, though, by Chase, too, of course, on these platforms. Unfortunately, though, Anthony dropping a little bit too low to recover right now, but great way of positioning that back air. It's, again, playing it a little bit more aggressive. Love how Chase so confidently in the corner, and now we can get that Palutena pain train started just a little bit, finding the back air, but great DI coming out from Rob right now. Chase and Lima trying to find a way to get this stock off of Snake. Will be able to find it finally, and it's 3 stocks to 2. It's definitely not impossible, but once again, the theme of this game has been Chase holding on to the percent very, very well, and Lima is just going on in and doing the Bayonetta stuff extremely well.
Yeah, Chase is playing super safe, and it's working out really well for his team. Tries to catch Anthony recovering to the ledge, but not able to find it. Using that aggressive up air to get back on stage, though. catching so many of these grabs. Like, I think that that's a thing that makes a character really good in doubles, or even like a team comp thing, is having a character that's really good at getting grabs. And I don't think that we've been seeing a lot of grabs from Lima, but Chase has been getting them so consistently, especially here at the ledge. Like this aerial pressure that we're seeing with that up air able to take the stock, but even like with at the ledge, a lot of back airs and nairs. It forces you to be in shield, and he's just able to capitalize off of that, get the grab. But yeah, I don't know where you go in this situation. You're so slow, and both of these characters just queens of the sky, able to find that back throw to kill off the side, and Chase Lima taking game 3.
You know where you go, Emma? Into the blast zone at that point. There's so much pressure there. I've been playing a game all day since I've been casting doubles since 10 a.m. and it is 3 o'clock. When it comes down to the final interaction of 2 players and one person on the opposing team, you gotta rate the final KO. Like, was it cool? Like, were we able to get like a ping pong back and forth into a finisher? We saw a couple of A+s over there. That was okay. But it seems like Lima and Chase, all they really needed was that game 2 to kind of shake it off. Like I said, I think Chase is playing extremely well, and Lima is just stacking on the damage, and then Palutena's coming in with these really strong aerials, especially even on Town and City, where sometimes KOing off the top isn't as easy as it can be. I do believe we have Hollow Bastion now. This has been a favorite pick from Rob and Anthony all day, so I'm interested to see if we're going to be able to kind of squeeze out a game 5 here, because honestly, we have not seen a game 5 yet. Yeah,
we've seen some pretty swift trios. So definitely excited to see a set that's going to be back and forth. Haven't seen a lot of team combos, though. I feel like it's mostly just been like 1v1s, and I think that Chase is doing just a really good job. It seems like this matchup is really hard for Cloud to deal with, like that back air or a lot of this aerial pressure that we're seeing from Chase.
Yeah, I feel like what Lima is doing also really well, right, is taking one member of the team and saying, like, hey, let's go on over here and let me just go stack up my damage, right? And Chase is very also comfortable with doing the 1v1, so I need to see Green Team start working together a little bit more. Recognizing, you know what, my partner's in trouble. Let me stop playing into the 1v1 narrative, because honestly, it's not working out for them. You can see Green Team kind of stacked up together right now, and honestly, I like now how Rob is trying to keep Chase out of there by throwing the grenades.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely right. I think that's like a super valid strategy to be able to like separate people. Like, even if they're not going for 1v1s, just being able to like be a wall and be like, okay, you're not going to be able to help your teammate. There's so many times where you can hear like the other person be like, help, 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 I need help. And like Lima's like, no, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, we're good. We're good here. Still, though, the Witch twist up. See if we can get the finisher. And beautiful stall on it. We'll be able to find it onto Rob. The explosive flame not going to be enough, but it will allow for Chase to get back on the stage as well. Both players just kind of having a good time off stage. Lima stuck off the side, at least for a moment, and unfortunately running out of jumps and ways to get back to the stage. And that is going to be Lima now on last stock, as Green Team, I mean, Anthony's still at 3 stocks.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate too, because I think that Lima was only at like 15% too. Definitely not what you want to see in doubles, where every stock counts so much.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Yeah, the auto parries too coming out there, looking really, really good for Green Team. It will finally be Anthony losing that first stock here, and we are down to an even amount of stocks. Red Team stuck in the side. The ABK from the corner actually going to get caught as well, but once again, what Lima's doing so well is stacking on this damage very reliably. Chase once again falling into the stock tank role here, going to go up against Rob, at least for the moment. The grenade actually stops everything, but you gotta look at the other side of the stage too, Jigbubs.
That was crazy. Yeah, Lima trying to go for the down air there. Anthony able to make it back, but that could have been devastating if it actually worked.
Woo!
Oh, you get one. You get one.
Yeah, you get it. You get a smash attack. You get a smash attack. Green Team, their lead is fading so quickly right now. If they get Rob out of here, it could be a very, very interesting case, right? Because then the stock goes on over. Beautiful expert edge guarding from Lima here. Now we're seeing the 1v1s come into kind of play here. I mean, Rob is a sneeze away from just losing this stock.
Yeah, but Lima also a sneeze away from losing his stock as well. Definitely has to deal with like this ledge trapping from Cloud, but I think that Chase is doing just a great job of causing this chaos, kind of letting Lima just hold the sky. Gonna die to that dash attack though, but honestly, this is doable if we're able to see Chase take Rob stock first. When you got Cloud with limit though, it can be really scary, especially when they have this great team synergy, able to get these combos together.
You have to be so careful. You have to pick your poison if you're Chase. You want to handle the Cloud first, you want to handle the Snake first. Seems like the Snake is going to be the option that we're going for here. Stuck on the ledge right now, and now both red or green team's going to be switching positioning right now. Finds the first back air. Not impossible for Chase right now. 117. There's the down air. It's not going to be enough. I like how Anthony's prioritizing Limit right now. We need that X factor to go on in and seal this game number 4. Otherwise, Chase and Lima will be going on into winners finals right now. It could be so close either way. Both players trying to find something going on. There's the back air 1. Love the stall, but down tilt air dodge not actually caught out. But there we go. Goes for the Limit climb hazard. Not going to be able to find anything. It is going to be Chase finding the first back air, but there's the fall off Nair coming out from Chase. The up B a little bit too early, and that is going to be Chase sealing the 2v1, and that will be Chase and Lima going on to fight Send and Mute Ace in winners finals.
Yeah, that